A class 11 student of Kendriya Vidyalaya in Kolkata jumped to her death from a 7-story building, leaving behind a diary entry that blamed school authorities for mentally harassing her. The incident took place on the 20th of January, and despite repeated complaints, the police has failed to act against the principal and 2 teachers who were named in the girl's suicide note. In fact, the police has not even bothered to question the school authorities. The parents have now written to HRD Minister seeking her intervention in the matter.
She was very jolly fellow. She was an extravagant also. I mean, she used to take part in all extracurricular activities. From school also, she got so many prizes.
Sister tells me that she once wanted to be a
journalist. And sometimes she used to tell that I shall become a social worker also. Like that. I think before her death, I left Kolkata on 12th. 1 or 2 days before also she told Papa, I shall become a journalist and a social worker.
Now, on the 19th of January, she was pulled up in class for failing to submit a Hindi assignment. The next day, her mother was called in, insulted and threatened with expulsion. On the same day, she went home, made one final diary entry and jumped to her death. Now, in her diary, she blames the school principal for raking up a molestation complaint she filed 4 years ago against a classmate. The family says back then, the school teachers branded her as characterless and desperate and tried brushing aside the matter as a petty issue.
মেয়ে যে ঘটনা যে হিন্দি অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা সে করেনি সেটা নিয়ে তো কথা সেটা নিয়ে তো আমি কল করেছি কিন্তু আমার কথা পুরনো সেটা 4 বছর আগের ঘটনা বাবু সিং নামে একটা ছিল ওকে মলেস্টেড করেছিল ওকে আমি এই ঘটনাটা আমি ওরা কেন তুলবেন আমি তো কালকে এই ঘটনাটার জন্য যাইনি আমি তাই বলতে চাইছি ওরা কি কেন করলেন ওরা কি এটা শোধ নিলেন আমার কাছে
She was victimized for years. The victim blaming was so much that she couldn't handle it. And what happened on the 19th and the 20th was a trigger. She was still hopeful in the 19th because she told her mother that I don't want to return the certificates if they don't ask. So that means what she still wanted to live at that point of time. But on the 20th when it happened, I think she lost all hope. And it is a clear case of victimization, victim blaming and abetment to suicide because she was dragged to, she was depressed. But if the school was a little supportive, if they had a little bit of humility and humbleness and modesty and a little bit of human touch, this wouldn't have compassion. It wouldn't have happened.
Now, the family believes that their daughter was singled out and subjected to humiliation for filing a molestation complaint and that she was depressed and driven to suicide by her teachers.
But they should not have brought this incident, no? Because if they have something, I mean, she didn't complete her assignment. For that, they can scold her. Yes. That is within their power. But why they drag this 4 years back, this thing, and when she is traumatized already?
Let's now cut across live to Kolkata, where headlines today's Indrajit Kundu now joins us. Now, Indrajit, obviously the allegations that have been made in this story that you have got us, we can see that these are very serious allegations. There are very serious charges. The least of the expectations at this moment is that the police at least investigate this entire matter. Just take us through the exact timeline of events, why the family is not very hopeful, and also what sort of intervention do they actually want from the Ministry of Human Resource Development?
Well, the incident took place on January 20th. It was on January 19th that, she was rebuked in school. And the issue was pulled up once again the very next day when her parents were called. And allegedly, her mother was insulted in front of her by the principal and other teachers, specifically the Hindi teacher, because it was the entire issue is about she not completing her Hindi assignment. Now, on January 20th, Kamalika Das, 17-year-old class 11 student of Kendriya Vidyalaya, she went back home. She was depressed after the humiliation that was meted out to her before her mother, and then she jumped to death. Now, since then, the family has been, writing to the police. They have lodged a formal FIR. Kamalika has left behind a personal diary where she used to make her own entries. And the last entry that she made, she clearly pointed at the school authorities, this principal to be particular, saying that she was literally pushed to the brink of suicide by raking up an old molestation complaint that she had lodged with the school authorities 4 years back. The family says that in spite of naming these specific allegations in the FIR, the police is still dragging its feet. The police is yet to question the accused in this case, which is the principal and some of the teachers of the Kendriya Vidyalaya here in Kolkata. So now they have written to Union HRD Minister Smriti Irani seeking her intervention in this case. A completely distraught family. They have even left the house where they used to stay, saying that there are lots of memories about their only daughter, and that's the reason why they are now shifted to a different house with a relative. And the mother at this point in time is not even staying in Calcutta. She is shifted to Shillong. So painful as it is for the family, for the parents. However, a lot of family members and students are protesting, and they want some sort of justice for Kamalika Das.
Absolutely, Indrajit. It's not just really about the fact that this incident happened, but what was the expectation on the part of the parents was that at least there should not be this apathy that is being shown by the West Bengal police. Thanks very much for joining us with all the latest. We'll of course keep tracking all the latest details, particularly the point where they insist that they want the Human Resource Development Ministry to intervene.